are the top 5 festivals from around the world that might leave you scratching your head. The last one gets our vote for the world's weirdest. For the past 500 years, residents of Okayama, Japan have celebrated New Year's by assembling more than 10,000 loincloth-clad men who try their luck at catching talismans thrown into the crowd. During the event, the sea of semi-nude men takes the mosh pit concept to a whole new level as they lunge, twist, and wrestle to grab hold of 2 little sticks, symbols of good fortune. Participation in the festival is not only about lucky omens, but also the prospect of a bountiful harvest. It remains the most famous of the Hidaka Matsuri, or naked men festivals, in Japan. We've all heard of the Running of the Bulls festival in Spain, but have you ever heard of a bull chase with a twist in the heart of New Orleans? Every year, the city of New Orleans hosts a Running of the Bulls-inspired race featuring roller derby skaters instead of cattle. Rather than risk being gored by angry bulls bent on destruction in the streets of Pamplona, Spain, participants of this New Orleans event get chased by a fleet of roller derby girls wearing horns and wielding giant plastic bats. The Spanish-inspired chase begins and ends at the Sugar Mill event venue, and along the route, participants can either sprint to safety or face the wrath of the roller queens channeling their inner bull. The annual Naha Tug of War Festival in Okinawa, Japan takes the schoolyard game to new heights, or should we say lengths. Before the competition begins, the crowd must connect 2 ropes into one, locking the looped ends together with a giant wooden pole. The ropes get rebuilt every year and can measure up to an astounding 656 feet in length and weigh more than 40 tons. Hundreds of similar smaller ropes branch out from the sides to allow for thousands of competitors to participate. The first team to pull the rope to a specific point, or whichever team pulls the rope furthest in 30 minutes, is the winner. For 25 years, divers and snorkelers have gathered at the Loo Key Reef for the annual Lower Keys Underwater Music Festival. The festival at Loo Key Reef is more than just music. It serves as an event to raise awareness about coral reef conservation. Along with underwater music, attendees receive educational messages on how to reduce their impact to promote marine conservation. Artist August Powers adds to the ambiance, crafting underwater instruments like the whimsical trombonefish and the flukelele. Believe it or not, the annual cheese roll in Gloucester, England stands out as one of the world's quirkiest and most dangerous festivals. Here's the rundown. A 9-pound double cheese wheel is given a 1-second lead as it's released down Cooper's Hill, a steep 200-yard incline. Participants then dash after it, often losing their balance on the challenging slope and taking tumbles. The hill's gradient leads to many accidents, but that hasn't dimmed the event's appeal. Even before the pandemic, participation surged, drawing competitors globally. At the hill's base, local rugby players and farmers are on standby, assisting and providing prompt medical attention to the fallen. This one gets our vote as the world's weirdest festival. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Ripley's Round Trip, and until next time, keep the festive spirit alive and stay curious about the world's vibrant celebrations.